Hello you beautiful souls, welcome here. Today we've got a very requested reading by many of you, and it's a future spouse reading. But before we go into it, I wanted to do a little advertisement, if you can call it that. So under every single one of my videos I have been leaving a link to my mom's Etsy shop with her jewelry, but the shop has been closed for some time, for a few months, because she was busy with something else, and now it's opening again, and I just wanted to share in case any of you wanted to get jewelry for your friend, your mom, your girlfriend, yourself. Go check the shop. All of her pieces are handmade, very unique, one of a kind, definitely not something you would see in retail shop or supermarkets. Do they sell jewelry in supermarkets? Sometimes. But yeah, I love all of her pieces, and she's very, very talented. So yeah, I've got 4 piles of cards for you to choose from. I will insert the picture of the piles in a second. As always, please take your time, listen to your intuition, and then choose a pile that attracts you the most. Let's go. Hello my beautiful pile number 1, or everybody who chose this green aventurine stone. Let's see, who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? And we've got the 8 of Swords, Consolation, the Knight of Cups, Pleasure Seekers, 2 of Cups, and Sighs. Wow, this is precious. You guys, first of all, the Knight of Cups right in the center of your reading. This is somebody very, very loving. This is somebody who is extremely, extremely affectionate, extremely loving, and I feel like this person wants to, they're very deep in the way they love. They're very deep, very, there's a lot of emotional depth to them. I don't feel like they hop on the surface. With this Pleasure Seekers clarifying this Knight of Cups, I do feel like this person doesn't fall in love easily, doesn't find people that they want to tie their life to easily. Very monogamous energy I'm getting from them, like looking for one and only, looking for that one person, or getting themselves prepared and ready for that one person. And then we've got this 2 of Cups. It does feel like this is somebody who's mainly focused on a partnership, on a stable, committed partnership, not on fun, not on superficial flings or flirting around with people. This is just somebody, I'm just looking for my, as they say, other half. I'm just looking for somebody that would that I could do life with, somebody who, I don't know why, but it's just somebody similar. I feel like this person is looking for somebody similar to them, who have similar values, similar views on life, similar attitudes, but also a little bit different, so that you would complement them. Very much partnership oriented person they are. They're not somebody who's more than 2 is a crowd. I don't know why I'm called to say this. For your pile, for your person, more than 2 is a crowd for them. This is why we've got this 2 of Cups here. In their past, this person feels like somebody, they think a lot. They're a very deep thinker. And sometimes they tend to overthink. Sometimes there can be some difficult situations that they're dealing with, and they're always striving for solutions, looking for solutions of ways to improve their life, solve difficult situations that they are in. I do feel like they have been stuck in some situation that wasn't comfortable for them recently in the past, but they got out of it. It could be in regards to relationships, or in regards to their life in general. Maybe it's a living situation, maybe it's just some kind of restricting environment, something that is not serving them, not letting them be themselves. It's almost like looking for a way out. They've been looking for a way out, looking for a window of opportunity almost. And whatever problems they had with love, whatever issues they had with love, with partnerships, with romance, maybe fears that they had with this Eight of Swords, maybe something that they carried from their childhood, some negative patterns or programming. I feel like this person has dealt with all of this, with this cancellation being here and then them being in the energy of the Knight of Cups. They have dealt with all of it. They're not confused. They know what they want. Their heart is very open. They're very kind. This person is very loving, very soft. Now they know exactly what they want. I don't feel like this person is going to be confused when you meet them, or they will be almost like they've got the right trajectory for the future in regards to love. I don't feel like they're lost in life, or they don't know themselves, or they don't know the kind of relationship that they want to be in. Very certain they are, very certain. They want to give love, and they want to receive love. There could be a Libra or something about their 7th house, or Venusian energy could be prominent in their chart, something Libra-like, I would say, even though they're not Libra themselves. I want to look at the bottom of your deck, you guys. We've got the 10 of Wands. Yeah, life hasn't been easy for them, but they're still very loving. They're still very kind, very genuine, very empathetic. It could have been that they had a very difficult childhood. They had to tend to many responsibilities, or they had to grow up fast, or be almost like think on their feet, be prudent, be wise. But they never got rigid or harsh, or like didn't grow this crust all over them, shell, I should say. They're very soft, very open, very loving person they are. Let's look at your oracle cards, you guys. Yeah, look at this. Very caring energy they've got, whoever this is. I don't feel like they are afraid to give people compliments. I don't feel like they're somebody who would criticize people. It's just their energy is very welcoming, it's very understanding, it's very warm and supportive. And that's exactly how they're going to be with you. We've got this card protection here. And describing this person, very nurturing. They're very nurturing, very... you know that they've got your back. That's what it feels like. You know, even if you're not liking yourself, even in a certain moment of your life, even if you're not your own best friend, this person has got your back. They're somebody very loyal, very genuine, very caring, and almost like a soft pillow to fall back on, I should say. Yeah, I do feel that you will, I think you will be feeling very protected with them, very, like they are your rock, your biggest support, biggest friend. Then we've got this card, a change in the wind. Something is happening with them right now. It could be that this person is moving or traveling or changing their life in a big way. Maybe they, I don't know, adopted some strange lifestyle, like they become a digital nomad or bought a farm, or maybe they got into spirituality, or their career is booming. Something is changing for them. It could be a similar situation could be happening for you. You could be in a similar state with this change in the wind. Maybe they have traveled a lot and met many people, and now they're ready to settle down and be with just that one person, that one individual that they want to do life with. They want to grow old with. There definitely was a lot of movement and a lot of almost this chaotic energy in the past for them. And then we've got this card success. Yeah, wonderful with this jaguar. Is it jaguar? I think so. Yeah, I do feel like this person is quite successful, because again, they feel comfortable in themselves, in their own skin. You need to get to the stage of being able to respect yourself, love yourself enough so that you can be genuinely loving towards other people. I feel like this person reached that place of just, I know myself, I don't have any shame or guilt, I'm a strong person, I respect myself, and I want to find somebody that I could feel the same way about, somebody I could love. I don't get much pride or ego about them, like look at me, I've achieved this much, I'm so successful, I'm so wealthy or whatnot. They're very humble, very humble. It might not even look like they are successful from the first glance, because this person is like they're very humble and like a working heart, somebody who's emotionally very present, I feel, very present. And if they like you, you'll know immediately. If they have feelings for you, you'll know very fast, very soon enough. Let's get some more cards, you guys. Description of your person. Pile 1. Who will you marry? Okay. This card, and again, that similar message. Financial and material change. It could be that this person again went through some restricting situation, could be due to the lack of the resources in their life. Maybe they came from a very poor family, or they have been struggling with money for quite some time. Maybe they had like 3 jobs and none of them were paying them enough. And now they finally opened their business and it's booming. I do feel like some huge change is happening for them, or they finally got recognized for something. Yeah, some sort of rise is happening for them in whatever aspect of their life it's touching. They're rising somehow. And now they are more, again that 8 of Swords, trapped in fear. Now they are more open to emotional connections. It's almost like now they have more time for it. Now they have more energy for it. Where in the past they were more focused on building themselves up, on feeling more confident about their life, on feeling more proud of themselves and learning to respect themselves. Working on the more down-to-earth, practical side of things. That's what they were doing previously. Now it's more heart aspect, emotional aspect, love. Finding somebody to take care of, to love, to nourish. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Who will you marry? We've got this card, Stone People or Vigilance. Very interesting. Yeah, to be honest, I feel like this person may be a bit, I feel like they're quite discerning in regards to people who are not trustworthy, people who are flaky, people who are superficial in some way. With this pleasure seekers being here and the Knight of Cups on top of this energy, I do feel like they're somebody who wants to dive deep. They don't want to be on the surface, and if they see that somebody is playing around or not being genuine or not or who is afraid of being vulnerable, I don't feel like there's somebody who would open up easily to those people. Like, they know what they want and they can discern easily. Very deep person, very wise. It could be that they've met many different people from all walks of life during their journey here, and now they can easily recognize a good soul. They can easily recognize somebody who is like a food for soul rather than eye candy, I want to say. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Who will you marry? We've got this card, Vision. Oh my gosh. Again, very goal-oriented this person is. I feel like they're a huge manifester. huge manifester. Whatever it is that they want, they've either already achieved it or they are on the way, very successfully on the way to achieving that. They can bring things to life with their imagination. They could be doing manifestation techniques, consciously or unconsciously. I do feel like there's somebody who's striving towards that picture of life they want to have, that love situation they want to have, that marriage, that partnership. They don't get distracted by things that have nothing to do with their goal, with their final place of destination. Very focused this person is, and in love they're going to be very focused. Like, if I'm with you, I am with you. I'm committed, I'm devoted, and I'm nourishing this connection. I don't feel like there's somebody who's looking around. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Who will you marry? We've got this kind of woman holding a coin. Again, very, very grounded energy, very nurturing energy, very close to home. Honestly, I don't know why. Very wholesome. This is somebody who would enjoy the small things of the relationship and love, like cooking with you, planting, oh my gosh, growing plants in your garden, having kids with this protection card. It's all about creation. This is somebody who's very stable, very much with their feet on the ground, but also a very inspired person. There's this beautiful balance in them. I feel like there's somebody who will make you feel very, very comfortable in life, not somebody who will make you nervous or confused or feel like life is chaotic and you are late for something or whatnot. Just somebody who will make you appreciate and enjoy the present moment more often than not. Let's get some more cards. Pile 1. Who will you marry? We've got this card, Golden Memories. Interesting. For some of you guys, for some, only if it resonates with you strongly, deeply inside of your heart, this could be somebody you know already. And especially if the description of this person has resonated with you, if you feel like, oh my gosh, this is exactly the person I know, the person I was together with or engaged with somehow, must be them. With these golden memories. For others, I just feel like this is what you will create together. Beautiful memories, something to look back to when you grow old, when you're old and grey and your grandkids are running around you. It's more about, I also feel like this person's love language would be the quality time. Is it? How's it called? Spending quality time together, I think it is. That's how it's called. Definitely somebody who's not superficial, somebody who's not all about, I don't know, material stuff or how the relationship would look like from the outside, whether other people are admiring you or not, whether they are jealous of you or not. Somebody who's very hearty, somebody who's very like, how many times did we laugh today? And that would be the indication of how productive and good the day was for us. How many beautiful memories we gathered. Let's get some physical descriptions and horoscope signs for their profession, whatever comes through, personality traits. Pile 1. Who will you marry? Okay, and we do have physical descriptions, which happens quite rarely, to be honest, when I do future spouse readings. We've got blonde, so this person could be on the lighter side. Yeah. We've got feelings, just no surprise for me. Literally, it could be the title of your reading today, and description of this person, feelings. Like a walking heart, that's who they are. Walking naked heart. Like boom, boom, boom. And we got also, that's where all of this wisdom is coming through, that's where all of this care and nourishing energy is coming from. Then we've got ambitious. Yeah, with the success card, definitely. And then we have music. Interesting. This could be something that they are interested in, or maybe they are working in music industry, or maybe it's just an important part of their life. Maybe they play musical instruments or like to sing. Music could be important. I want to get a final advice for you guys in regards to meeting this person, reuniting with them. Pile 1. An advice for you in regards to your future spouse. What do you have to know? We've got the card Justice. I'm going to show you the imagery. The universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and go through it. Very powerful. It could be for some of you that you're wrapping up a cycle that is coming from your previous incarnation, from your previous lives. That is why it may feel difficult or confusing, or you may feel like you are in a very intense period of your life. It's almost like clearing away all of the obstacles, letting go of the past, purging, in order to step into this connection, reunite with this person. And it's interesting that it says the matter is no longer in your hands. I feel like you've done all you could do in regards to your love life, in regards to meeting this person. Now it's up to the divine, like the right time, the right place. A lot of clean, pure energy is coming through for you from now on. More ease and comfort in regards to love. Take a deep breath and go through it. Very interesting. At the bottom we've got this card Opportunity. I want to read it to you as well. You are on the right track. It's an opportune time. You are a wise soul and a practical strategist. Know your motives and anticipate the successful outcome before you make your move. Keep it cool. Both of the messages are about just coming down, exhaling, and letting things happen. Surrendering, I guess, more so. So this is all I have for you, pile 1. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2, or everybody who chose this rose quartz stone. Let's see, who will you marry? And we have the Empress, Hope, the Knight of Cups, Frivolity, Strength, and Four. For you guys, pile 2, I have it's not a slight feeling. I have a pretty strong feeling that you may know this person. You may know this person. Whether you had a relationship with them or they're somewhere around you, like you've met before, or they have noticed you, at least they have noticed you. Just something about them feels like they're connecting to you. They are trying to connect to you somehow. There's just this feeling that there's somebody who's yearning for you already, who has feelings for you already. And it's almost like admiring you from afar. Like, I wish I could be with that person. If that person would notice me, if they would reciprocate my feelings, I would be the happiest on earth. It could have been that you were friends with this person and then they have developed feelings with this frivolity and the Knight of Cups being on top of it. I do feel like this is somebody who already has feelings for you. It's not somebody who's like a stranger and they don't even know you at all. Again, you guys, if this doesn't resonate with you, probably not your reading. But I do feel like this is somebody quite loving, quite affectionate, quite gentle, kind, very verbal with their emotions, very expressive, and they're very connected to their heart. Even though sometimes they can kind of hold the reins, like hold the horses and pull themselves back, not express what they feel, because maybe they're not confident enough, or they don't feel like the other person would return the feelings. They think very highly of you, whoever this is. This person really, really admires you. It almost feels as though you tick all of the boxes for them. Like the imagery, the type of person that they would like to be with, the criteria that they have. You tick all of the boxes. You've got it all. Maybe you're somebody who, like the type of partner they wanted to end up with since they were little. The partner they were always imagining that they would be with. It could be that you already discussed this. Maybe this person, for some of you, has already proposed to you. I keep getting this feeling that you know them. You know them, you guys. But somehow they're holding themselves back. Like, I've got to be strong and I don't have to act on I shouldn't act on my impulses. I shouldn't be reckless. I shouldn't be too forceful with this person. Maybe you are not happy with them for some reason. Maybe they think that you don't want to communicate with them, or don't want to talk with them anymore. You don't like them anymore, something like that. It's like I don't know if my feelings would be taken well if I shared how I feel, if I was honest, if I opened up my heart. But the feelings are big, huge, with this Knight of Cups right in the center of your reading. Again, it could have been that they've already confessed this person, whoever they are. And now they're a bit wary, maybe because they didn't get the response from you, the kind of response that they wanted or were hoping for. Or maybe they don't feel good enough in some way. Or there are some obstacles that are making them kind of, wait, hold on. I know that there is like a whirlwind inside of your heart. That's what they would say to themselves. But we've got to be reasonable. We've got to control ourselves. We've got to be... Wait a second. Wait out the storm or something like that. Let me look at the bottom of your deck, you guys. We've got Death here. It could be a situation of a separation or an ending of some kind. I want to get a card asking whether you know this person or not, because I feel like you do. Many of you do. You do. If there's nobody in your past that you would like to reconcile with, get married with, or just nothing, don't want to have anything to do with my exes, probably not your reading, because we've got this card, Five of Cups. It's a loss, but it's a perceived loss. because not everything is lost. We've got 2 cups still standing, which indicates again for me that this connection can be resurrected, that there's something still that you're not seeing in this picture. I do feel like you know this person, you guys. Let's look at your oracle cards. Saying you know this person, you know, and the first card we've got here is deep knowing. Maybe right now you're somebody who is, maybe there are moments in your life when you are meditating, for example, or trying to imagine your future. Okay, visualization. I have to visualize myself in the future being married to somebody. Who am I married to? How does this person look like? Who are they? And for some reason you cannot imagine yourself with anybody other than a certain person you know. That would be your clue. Or maybe you feel like certain story is not over. Yeah, I do feel like it's somebody you know. You know who I'm talking about. If this reading resonates with you, you know this person with this deep knowing. Intuitively, deep inside you, you know that you've met the person you're meant to be with, you're meant to marry. Then we've got this card, animals, which is very interesting because we also have this card, strength. And both of these cards give me this feeling of taming, of having a companion, somebody who's like, you know, all of the nooks and crannies of their personality, or how to interact with them so that they're happy, so that they possibly even behave sometimes like a pet would, or like the way you would interact with your pet. I keep looking at Pechenka and we have a peculiar relationship as well. It's almost like you know each other well with this person. Like they're tamed to you somehow. This may sound strange and maybe even cruel a little bit, but it's like you tamed them already. Emotionally they're very attached to you, physically as well. Maybe pets are, or animals are an important part of this relationship. Maybe you both have passion for animals, or you would go to zoo together, or you have a dog and your partner has a dog, or you have cats and your partner loves cats and has like 10 of them. Then we've got this card, thriving. Yeah, I do feel like this person is somebody who is striving for a good life, a wonderful lifestyle, where they're happy, where they're earning enough money, good money, doing something that they love, where they're spending a lot of time in nature, where their heart is in a good place. This is not somebody who enjoys suffering or enjoys being miserable, or I don't know, being in the matrix, if you know what I mean. Yeah, open-minded. They're very open-minded, this person. Let's get some more cards. Pile 2. Who will you marry? We've got this card that fell out, and it's spiritual strength. I do feel like both of you are quite spiritual, to be honest. I don't feel like it's just them. Both of you are on the same level spiritually. Maybe you've been through a lot of hard stuff, endured a lot, and maybe people threw stones at you or criticized you in some way for the way you're living. But both of you are quite, again, open-minded and possibly even eccentric a little bit. Very wise energy is coming through from them. Somebody quite deep, somebody who's a little bit, not minimalist, ascetic, I guess is the word. Somebody who can sacrifice things for the greater good, for a certain greater good, however it looks in their life. What else? Pile 2. Who will you marry? We've got this card, rest and rejuvenation, talking about all of the spiritual energy, somebody meditating a lot, somebody trying to find harmony and peace within them, calm the racing thoughts, or deprogram themselves from the things that are not serving them, fears, negative perception of the world and themselves. Maybe they literally meditate a lot. Very peaceful person, they are very peaceful. They know how to control themselves in all ways, control their mind, control their urges. Even like if they want to quit eating sugar, they will quit. Like they decide one day and they're not eating any sugar anymore, something like that. A lot of control. I also feel like they have got a strong physical body, very fit, at least very toned, and they don't let themselves loose, like and indulge in all of the pleasures. Very strong person. What else? Pile 2. Who will you marry? Okay, we've got this card, risk. With this risk, I'm thinking of a fool in traditional tarot. I feel like being with you may look like a risk for this person. Like I have to be completely nuts to go for it again or at all. I have to completely forget all of the common sense and logic, rationality, and just what am I doing? This person may ask themselves a lot, but still they would be very drawn to you. They would be very empowered to do it, regardless of how much they hold themselves back. It's almost like there is this spontaneous aspect to it. You guys, I'm so sorry my camera died, but let's get more cards. Pile 2. Who will you marry? Yay, we've got this card, Lotus Flower or Unfoldment. Oh my gosh, so many indications of spirituality, of this person trying to find the highest path, highest timeline, find the truth in life. This is somebody deeply spiritual and you cannot prove me otherwise. And I feel like you are on the same wavelength with them in that regards. Just there's somebody who's really stepped away from conventional things, stepped away from the norm, what's respected, what's accepted by the society. It's just somebody I'm trying to find a bigger meaning, or I'm creating the bigger meaning. I'm focused on my purpose. They're trying to become better with every single day that they're here on earth. That's what I'm feeling very strongly with this person. And it goes really well with this card, thriving, this unfoldment and thriving. This person wants to have a good and meaningful life. Yeah, whatever it means to them. Let's get some more cards. Let's get descriptions of this person. Pile 2. Physical descriptions, the horoscope sign, personality traits. Pile 2. Who will you marry? The first card we've got here is sensitive. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like this is why they may be holding themselves back from being very open with their feelings, because it's either they have been hurt in the past, or English is just a bit Mercury retrograde, I guess. English is not working well with me today. They know what it's like to open their heart and be taken advantage of, or be ridiculed, or be criticized, because they've got a very sensitive nature, very empathetic. I'm getting a lot of Cancerian energy for some reason. Cancer could be their moon or ascendant or their sun, or like a very strong 4th house. Then we've got spirituality. No doubt. We talked about it already. Then we have a horoscope sign and it's Taurus. Yeah, Taurus people are actually quite similar to Cancerians in the way that they're very homey, they're very cozy, they're very empathetic, and they're very present with you, they're very loving, very caring. Taurus people. I love Taurus people. I have Taurus friends, Taurus cousins, and we get along so well. Then we've got this card mature. Yeah, absolutely. This person has been through a lot. They have seen life. That's for sure. Wise. No kidding. And uplifting at the bottom of the deck, you guys. I want to get a final advice for you, pile 2, just in regards to where you are in the journey with this person, or whatever it is that you have to do. Advice in regards to your future spouse, pile 2. We've got communication or rooster. And this card says, use your powers of communication to win over others. Convey your thoughts through empathy and articulation. Your voice has to be heard because the matter commands attention. Patient and skillful communication is needed at this time. And I would agree, because this person feels a bit intimidated or wary, or they may feel this way with you initially when you interact, because they don't have enough information. Like maybe you're somebody hard to read, or maybe you confuse them a few times and like, oh, now I don't even know what they want from me. Talk. If you know this person especially, talk with them, reach out to them, or engage with them in some way and open up and make yourself understood and clear in regards to where you are on this journey with them, so that they are more brave, so that they are more comfortable to open up to you and share their feelings, because they've got a lot of them. They've got a lot of love for you. So this is all I have for you, pile 2. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3, or everybody who chose this pearl feather. Let's see, who will you marry? Who is your future spouse? And we have the 10 of Wands, wedding, 8 of Wands, fortune, the world, and doctor. You guys, I don't know why, but I feel like you know this person. Just like in pile 2, there is this feeling that you may be already, you may have already planned this, or you may have already discussed it. Getting married, tying yourself to one another, building a future together. But there were difficulties. We've got this 10 of Wands and wedding. There may have been like delayed situation. For example, you got engaged and then things fell apart because of situation in the world or whatnot, some circumstances, life got in the way. I feel like you know this person. For many of you, again, if this doesn't resonate with you, if there's nobody in your past, nobody that you know could be a candidate, probably not your reading, probably not. Don't watch this, don't waste your time, because I feel like this is somebody you know, very likely. And what's more, I feel like there will be some sort of reboot here in regards to this connection with the Ace of Wands and fortune. It's almost like it's been so hard so far, this connection or this relationship or this marriage or like period of being engaged. It's been so hard, and it felt like a heavy weight we had to carry up the hill on our shoulders. when is it going to get easier? When are things going to be resolved and improved, and finally we'll achieve this big resolution, we'll live a happy life together? There's some kind of lucky breakthrough with the Ace of Wands and Fortune, some sort of opportunity coming your way, an opportunity or a new beginning for a certain relationship that maybe you almost gave up on, a new beginning in regards to finances, possibly for some of you, like we couldn't make things work because one of us had 3 jobs that they were juggling, or we were separated in some way, we couldn't see each other as often, and the relationship was kind of limping because of it. Now there is this beautiful new opportunity, new chance for this connection to work out, to achieve this completion that it couldn't come to before. With this world and this doctor, there's a really good chance for you, for this connection to be patched up, yeah, English, come on, worked, healed, cured, for this connection to be cured. And with this world, it's almost like coming to this ripe state, this fullness. And it may look different for everybody here. For some people it's reuniting, for others it's finally getting engaged, for others it's finally having the ceremony itself, where previously you just couldn't get there for one reason or another. Maybe traveling to each other with this card, the world. But finally curing, healing this, coming to this finalization of some kind. Is that a word? I don't know. It will be for me. Just a completion of a cycle with a certain person. Because it was already in the plant. It was already somehow... You were working towards it, both of you, with this 10 of Wands and waiting. And at the bottom of your deck we've got the Moon. I do feel like you've been experiencing a lot of doubts, a lot of fear, like, am I on the right path? What's going on? The future doesn't seem too bright. I'm very tired. I'm emotionally exhausted. That kind of energy is coming through. There's this renewal. I'm getting renewal. Just like I keep looking at these little leaves sprouting on the wand, right in the center of your reading. Spring. It feels like spring. Springtime for this connection. The situation. Let's look at your oracle cards, you guys. Talking about you knowing this person, the first card we've got here is Here and Now. I do feel like they're already in your life. They're already somebody you are. It's somebody you know. It's somebody you know. You also have some kind of past with them, and you also have a future with them. There's something else to look forward to here. It's as though you are striving to be somewhere, but you already arrived. You're exactly where you have to be. For many of you, even though you are like, oh, I don't know, I need to do that, and I'm late for this and for that, and I feel like you've achieved everything you had to achieve up to this point. Then we've got this card, Dreams. It could be that your dreams are very verbal, explicit, like your dreams at night. Maybe you are dreaming of this person, dreaming of getting married to them, or they are trying to give you like some messages, symbols, convey something to you that it's difficult to decode, but I feel like intuitively you're picking up on the situation. You know who this is, I want to say. Again and again. Maybe do dream journaling, try to remember your dreams, because it feels like there are some important hints in regards to your love life and the person you're meant to end up with. And then we've got this card, Adventures. This card always gives me this feeling of the Page of Wands in tarot, and also the World card. Just exploring. There's a lot about exploring with this person. Maybe you're from different cultures. Maybe you live far away from each other. Maybe you will be traveling a lot together and going through interesting experiences, spending a lot of time in nature, seeing new places. Things like that. A lot of adventure to be had with them. Let's get some more cards. Pile 3. Who will you marry? Talking about traveling and adventure, we've got this card: movement, choices, decisions. Yeah, it could be literally that there is a distance between you, geographical distance. You're far away from each other, or maybe some kind of big decision needs to be made in order to take this relationship forward. Somebody leaving a job, or another person relocating, things like that. It's more about practicalities rather than feelings or lack of feelings. It's just, yeah, things to be adjusted more so. What else? Pile 3. Who will you marry? Okay, we've got this card last. No surprise with the Ace of Wands being right in the center of your reading. There is going to be a very strong physical attraction, powerful chemistry between the two of you, a lot of infatuation, definitely. Almost like, you know that feeling when somebody's smell is so seductive to you, like our biology is very compatible in that way. You don't even need to see each other as long as you smell each other's scent. Oh yeah, very raw connection. Very passionate with all of the wands here. What else? You may have like Venus and Mars in the same sign, or your Venus and their Mars doing something interesting in your charts, like trining each other, or conjunct, as I said, or maybe sextiling each other. Pile 3. Who will you marry? We've got this card volcano, or volatility. It's more so, I keep getting the description of the relationship, maybe because you're meant to recognize the person through the relationship you have with them. It does feel like a very fiery connection, very steamy. You may be both fire signs, or maybe you're dealing with a fire sign, and it's like sometimes the feelings take the best of us, or our impulses take the best of us, and we get into a conflict, even though we both don't want it, or we like make hasty decisions that make this relationship suffer a little bit. Yeah, but I do see this healing coming into this relationship with this doctor in the world, coming to peace, coming to, again, a resolution of some kind. Maybe this is the state of this relationship right now, like we both walk on eggshells around each other, because it's a bit dangerous saying reckless word, or being too mouthy, like speaking too much. Yeah, interesting reading. Let's get some descriptions of your person, their physical descriptions. Did I get a card from this deck? I didn't. Let's get a card from this deck as well. Pile 3. Who will you marry? We've got this card, walking away. Again, I wouldn't be surprised that you walked away from this person, or somebody here distanced themselves from this relationship. And at the bottom we've got this card, action. I do feel like some sort of new chance will be given to this connection, a new beginning, a new start, like a second chance to explore this, to make this work if you want to. It's very likely to lead to something beautiful. Maybe you have walked away because it has been difficult, because it wasn't working out for quite some time. There's this regeneration coming in quite soon. What else? Description of your person, pile 3. Who will you marry? we've got devotion. Beautiful. This is almost like a sigh of relief for me, because seeing how passionate and fiery this connection is, a bit of devotion would be nice, would be useful for this partnership. Not a bit. Enough devotion and loyalty and faithfulness. I feel like this connection would be just beautiful, would have this beautiful balance of excitement, joy, passion, but also stability and being grounded. So this person is obviously very devoted, very loyal to you, even if it doesn't look like it sometimes. I don't know why I said it. And then we've got this card, skilled. So yeah, they could be somebody who's really good with their hands. You just have this imagery of hands for some reason. Maybe they're working with their hands, or they are like craft person, what they called, creating something with their hands, or mending things, building houses, mending pipes or whatnot. Really good with their hands. Then we've got this card, nurture. Beautiful. Caring, nurturing towards the people that they love. Bright. Very intelligent they are. And feelings. So very much connected to their heart space, to their emotional center. I also feel like with them, you know how they feel about you. Like you don't have to guess this person. And at the bottom we've got the horoscope sign, and it's Capricorn. So we have a lot of Capricorn traits, or maybe strong 10th house, or my gosh, I can't speak anymore. Just something about them is quite mature, responsible, ambitious. I want to get a final advice for you guys in regards to your future spouse. What do you have to know about them, or what do you have to do? Yeah, pile 3. And we've got this card, growth, or wood, panda. And it says, there is auspicious energy around you. You are experiencing vigorous growth. This is a good time to learn, to develop new ideas, new ways of doing things. Break away from old unhealthy habits and step out of your comfort zone. Your reward is ahead. Yeah. With this reward, I'm being drawn to this Ace of Wands, this new beginning, this new opportunity, new chance. Beautiful new start, like a lucky breakthrough for this connection, or in your love life in general. Something is changing, something is on the horizon, and I feel like you feel it. And in the bottom, you guys, you also have this card, conflict. And it's exactly what I was feeling for the past energy. You may be in conflict with this person right now. It says, wait, do nothing, neutralize disharmony, misunderstanding, and even confrontation. This situation will clear up soon. Be patient. So this is all I have for you guys. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and lots of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye. Hello my beautiful pile number 4, or everybody who chose the sunstone. Let's see, who will you marry? And we have the 5 of Pentacles, waiting, King of Swords, sorrow, 2 of Pentacles, and haughtiness. This is somebody way too smart for their good. For their, like, sometimes they get in trouble because of how intelligent they are, so because of how almost bright and discerning they are. There's just something about them that's very sharp, maybe they've got a sharp tongue, or maybe they are just somebody intimidating for other people, and they often find themselves let go of, or find themselves, I don't know, possibly neglected in some way, left out in the dark. But this person is incredibly interesting. They've got incredibly interesting mind, very unusual mind, and sometimes they feel like it's almost like I wish I could be more simple, more basic. It's like they're constantly having to balance their life, balance their emotional aspect of their life and mental, their ideas. Maybe they are into some kind of research, or maybe they're very just seeking the truth of some kind. Maybe they work. Their work involves a lot of thinking, a lot of mental activity, and they sometimes struggle to stop, to just relax, let go, and stop thinking, stop finding solutions. There's just something, I feel like cold. I feel like this person is cold. Not that they are cold themselves. They're very loving. They feel cold. I don't feel like many people understand them. They feel malnourished somehow, as though the people that were meant to take care of them, or they thought they eventually would, they never did. Somehow they were neglected. Somehow it's just this feeling of a bit of loneliness, and feeling like I'll get by. I don't know, this person, I feel so sad for them. Just something about them is, they're wonderful, they're fantastic, they're very eccentric, very interesting, very incredible mind to uncover, and I feel like they hold wonderful conversations, not superficial at all, very deep. I feel like you'll have a lot to talk about with them. But in regards to love, I don't feel like they've ever been loved, truly loved. And they have been waiting for this love. They have been waiting for somebody kind, for somebody who would understand them, for somebody who would be able to be there for them and give them some warmth, because they're really cold. I don't feel like, don't get me wrong, I don't feel like this person is needy, or they're very independent, very independent. It's just somehow I feel like up to this point their love life, or just emotional aspect of life, wasn't going too well. They feel very misunderstood somehow. It's as though the people don't see the deeper side of them, the deepest treasure of who they are. And that makes them feel so lonely and frozen somehow. What's happening? I feel like, to be honest, I feel like they've learned to isolate themselves. So during their life, during the experiences, relationships they went through, they've learned to pull back and maybe get by on their own, be by themselves. What's happening now is that they're trying to come back and balance their life, find more balance when it comes to being true to themselves, being themselves fully, being in their authenticity, but also relating to others, opening up to others, being sensitive with people. It almost feels like they've got two lives that they live in. They could be doing something peculiar, something unusual that not many people understand. And when they go out into the world, it's hard to relate to people. Maybe their job is like they're scientists and they spend, 15 hours a day in a lab looking at germs or plants or animals. And when they go out in the evening with their friends, or once a week or so, it's hard for them to assimilate, to be like everybody else. Something about them is very sophisticated and like out of this world, like they belong somewhere else. Oh my gosh, interesting person. Wanna look at the bottom of your deck, you guys. But they're very smart, very intelligent. We've got Judgment at the bottom of the deck. Just, this is somebody who doesn't throw words in the air. If they say something, that's very likely to be true. Almost like scientifically true. Like their opinion is something that is very weighted. Like they put a lot of thought into something they say. They don't promise things that they cannot deliver. They don't. This is a very wise person. Very wise person. I wouldn't be surprised that they're quite educated. Maybe they have like a few degrees or something, or doctoral degree or master degree even, and they're specializing in something important for them. Let's look at your oracle cards. Interesting, we've got this card Poised. Poised. Very graceful this person is, very much, you can see their accomplishments on their face. I don't know how else to put it. The way they carry themselves, you see immediately that they know a lot. Even you see that cleverness in their eyes, you see that wisdom, and they're somebody who's not hopping through this life nonchalant and being all happy-go-lucky. This is somebody who always has ideas, always thinking of something, always analyzing something in their head. Very smart person, very strong, very successful, I would even say, in whatever it is that they're doing. Maybe they're somehow famous or recognized for something, acknowledged in their sphere, the field that they're in. Also, we've got this card Beauty. Very interesting. I do feel like this is somebody very beautiful, maybe even intimidatingly. Can you say that? Like people get intimidated when they see them, but they are beautiful. What's interesting with them is not only on the outside, they are beautiful from the inside as well. It's just not many people get to see what's going on the inside. Beautiful in and out. Maybe some people perceive them as somebody vain, or somebody like, oh, this person is just too beautiful, I'm scared to approach them, they are probably thinking too high of themselves, which is not very true. I do feel like they're very kind and genuine and honest and quite raw. And then we've got this card Trust. Even through all of the defenses that this person may have, all of them, this reserved way of being in society and presenting themselves as somebody quite serious, reserved, on the inside they are like a child. They're somebody quite naive and trusting and loving and just waiting for somebody to get them, waiting for somebody to understand them. Very interesting, complex personality I'm looking at. I do feel that they trust people easily, even sometimes trust the stuff that is not real, like opinion of others about themselves. They take on a lot, take things easily, and they shouldn't. It's almost like I want to say to them, if I was to speak to this person, don't you ever listen to other people and what they say about you. What else? Pile 4. Who will you marry? We've got this card New Beginnings. Interesting. There is a lot of exploration about this person. They explore things. I do feel like they could be a pioneer in something. Somebody who does something first, discovers things first, and they've got very open mind, very smart, very eccentric and unconventional views on things. They like to try new things, to experiment. And at the bottom we also have this card Light, which is the sun energy. they must be somehow known or respected, at least in their environment where they are, for something. Like they don't do the usual stuff, going to 9 to 5 jobs, coming back home, having some beer, watching a movie, going to sleep. This is somebody who does things, invents things, creates things, discovers stuff. What else? Pile 4. Who will you marry? We've got this card, denial. Yeah, this is the alienation that they're feeling. This not being able to relate to other people because of the past, because of people not getting them, not understanding what they're all about, or creating the stories in their head which are not true about this person. Just, it's almost like I could enjoy this life, but I cannot for some reason. Maybe because of their job. Maybe they're a doctor and they're spending like 70% of their life doing surgeries, and they are denied of all of the pleasures and fun and traveling and what many people do, partying or whatnot. Very devoted to what it is that they're doing. They are to their truth, to their purpose, beliefs. Maybe they literally have been didn't allow themselves to go into romantic relationships for a long time, obviously until the point that they will meet you. What else? Pile 4. Who will you marry? We've got this card, cave and sanctuary. Yeah, this person feels deep inside that there's somebody very cozy, very safe. If they choose you, they stick by you. There's somebody very devoted, and I feel like home is very important to them. Their foundation, their base, family is very important. And they like to feel safe with the people around them. They like their comfort, they like familiar stuff. Maybe they find it hard to trust people. What else? Pile 4. Who will you marry? We've got this card, the second chakra or Archangel Ariel, which is the chakra, sacral chakra, the chakra of creation, of bringing things into this world. As I was saying, this person is very talented, very intelligent, very smart. They are visionary in some way. Visionary, they are bringing ideas into reality. Let's get some description of this person. Some physical descriptions, their personality, maybe their horoscope signs. Pile 4. What do you have to know about the person you will marry? Who will you marry? We've got Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. It's the air sign. The air signs are what I was getting strongest when tuning into their energy with this King of Swords. A lot of air, a lot of mental activities going on. A lot is happening here. All the time. Maybe they're like a writer or, again, scientist, or just, I don't know, words in their head. Maybe they read a lot, something like that. Very smart, this person. Very discerning. And then we've got this card, soft. Yeah, I do feel like deep inside they're very soft, even though they don't seem that way from the outside. They look like somebody even prudent or reserved, very bright and with sharp tongue, but really they're quite soft. They're softy. Then we've got physical description, and it's dark eyes. Could have brown eyes. And then we've got calm. Yeah, I do feel like they're very calm. Very calm. Not somebody who's chaotic or reckless or just all over the place. Very, very peaceful person they are. And then we've got money. So they are successful financially. They've got good salary or good career going on for them. That's no doubt with the spoiled card. I do feel like they've got some sort of respectable position, or they're doing something that's very well paid at this point, just not struggling financially. Emotionally, up to the point of meeting you, yeah, feeling quite lonely. What do we have at the bottom of the deck? We've got home. That's the core of them. That's what they want. They want home. They want commitment. They want trust. They want peace. Like the safe sanctuary card we had. That's what they want. Let's get a final advice for you guys. Pile 4 in regards to your future spouse. What should you do? Where you are in the journey to meeting them. Pile 4. We've got this card caution or goat. I'll read you the message. It says pause. Carefully seek out and think through your options. Multiple colors blind your eyes. Discordant sounds deafen your ears. This may not be the right time. Don't be afraid, but be cautious. Consider both sides of the story. Interesting. Yeah, I do feel like some of you may be quite confused in regards to this person when you meet first. You may have a negative impression of them, or you may not understand them immediately. So take your time. Don't make rash decisions. Be open-minded in regards to them. Because, yeah, I feel like this is somebody who deserves your patience, deserves your time and understanding. Eventually you will be glad you gave them time. Even if at first you're like, oh, not my type, not for me. With this caution card and pause, don't rush into like saying no to people or making assumptions about somebody too fast. Until you got to know them better, the truth of them. So this is all I have for you, pile 4. I hope this reading was helpful to you. I hope it gave you the clarity that you needed, the answers that you needed. And I wish you lots of happiness and loads of love for yourself and for others. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.